Good afternoon, Hotline.
Yes, Mayor.
Yes.
I'm kind of paying attention to the budget, and I see that our city manager has decided not to really make any real deep or hard cuts. She says that she's not going to fill 3 positions, but yet then she turns around and says she's going to hire people. So we gain nothing there. She says...
Well, I'm not sure the context of what you're saying. I mean, there are positions that were in the current year's budget that will not be in the next budget. I think one of them's a planning position. I'm not sure of the others. So,
well, I mean, we gain there, but then if you hire more people for...
Well, you're hiring people to fill other vacancies.
Yeah, so then we don't really gain anything.
Yeah, you do, because in the end you have fewer people employed. There are vacancies that occur throughout the year. I mean, if a police officer retires, we hire someone. Now, that doesn't get written.
Yes, I understand that. But, Mayor, in this time...
You don't want those positions filled at all.
We should hire no people.
Oh, in other words...
Nobody should be hired for the city of Watertown at this time because of the lack of funds. And we don't know what the state's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you keep relying on the property owners of Watertown. How far can you take the property owners of Watertown before people cannot afford their homes without making drastic cuts? Now, Mayor, all over the North Country, school systems, towns, counties have made the deep, hard cuts. At Carthage alone, 30 positions.
Right. As far as the county government locally, I don't think anything's been cut.
Yep.
I think in terms of city government, if you followed it, it has been throughout since we went into the recession, a series of things canceled and cutbacks. And
well, we have to.
Right. Now, as far as saying deep cuts mean if you employed 100 people, you suddenly employ 50. That's a deep cut. That isn't going on, and they're really...
it never will here, no matter what.
Right.
Town is noted, and you've made your point, that you will never lay off anybody, no matter how bad it is.
Well, I didn't say that.
Well, I mean, that's the way you explain things. That, no, you will not do it. And so no matter how bad things get, the hard, deep cuts, I mean, you might not order a piece of equipment or something like that, but...
But the property tax levy is less than it was 5 years ago.
That's not the point, Mayor. The people are still paying more money every single year for less and less service, because we already pay for our water, our sewer, our trash, and other stuff that we pay extra that used to be included in our taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gone. You know what I'd like to know, Mayor? I'd like to know what is the percentage of the tax money you collect from all property owners in Watertown. What is the percentage that can go to repair, buy new equipment, and keep the taxes down? Where's the rest go? The rest goes to the employee system.
Well, employees, the cost of employees represents, with salaries and benefits, yes, about 70% of the total general fund budget, yes.
So we have 30% left in the whole budget, 30% left to repair or buy new equipment, take care of emergencies.
But that's true of any, when you talk about the 70%, I mean, that like includes DPW people, repairing streets or things like that. So, I mean, it's...
Money, though, is it?
Huh?
That's not a lot of money out of a whole complete budget to take care of emergencies and keep up on our equipment and things like that. Because this city...
Well, 30% represents probably $10 million when you look at just the general fund budget plus the water and sewer fund. So, I mean, it is a significant amount of money in any organization. In this radio station, probably personnel represents the biggest single expense. I mean, sure, there's pieces of equipment and electricity and those things, and debt service would be the other one. But, I mean, I think that's true of most organizations.
I mean, with the cost of medical going up every single year, this town gives pay raises every single year. I don't remember.
Sure. No, I will agree with you on that, although I will say that this year the city self-funded medical insurance program, the premium charges are actually going down 5%.
But, I mean, how long do you think the city if the state really gets bad, how long do you think the city can keep going with the way it is, with the cost of medical, with the pay raises every single year? Nobody says no, that we haven't got the money. And how long do you think the city can last without making the taxes so astronomical?
Well, how long can the school district last?
Yeah, same thing.
Or the
idea.
Right.
Yeah, yes, you're right there. I wonder how long we can go, how many years it'll take.
Well, you're right. Eventually there's a problem there, although I haven't heard anyone say to me lately that they want fewer cops, that they don't want their house fire put out, or that the streets are all in universally wonderful shape. So, I mean, there is a need for people to perform these functions, or at least the public perceives there's a need. Now, whether they're overpaid, whether union contracts are too cushy, whether the state laws are such that it's hard to get a handle on things, there may be some truth to all of that. But the fact is, what do you want to have less of?
Well, what I want less of is, as of now, is no more new employees. Let's go with what we have. If the employees have to work a little bit harder, that's the way it is.
I'm not against. No, I agree. I mean, it is more cost effective to have fewer people and utilize overtime to cover the bumps in the road than it is to maintain. There's no doubt about that. I disagree with many of my colleagues on council. I think overtime is a tool that management can use productively.
Better than paying medical and full retirement and all that kind of stuff.
But it still comes down to the fact of full-time equivalent employees. Do you want to have, if you don't hire anyone new, people do retire as the natural order of things. Do you want to just...
No, I feel like if the workforce gets down to a certain point where the work can't be done, then you hire. But just to fill positions, to keep positions filled, I don't go along with that. And where are we coming up with the $2.5 million to fix Green Avenue?
Well, actually, the low bid on that came in, and it was $900,000. So,
well, even then, $900,000. Where are we coming up with that?
Same way we do with other long-term capital projects. Those are bonded or borrowed for. I mean, where are we coming up with the money to do? When we did State Street or any of these things, these are all public works. I
mean, when we did State Street, times were a little bit better. Right now, things are tight.
Well, I agree, and that's why Green Avenue is the only significant size project being done this year. There are some obviously other smaller projects going down, but you can't close down everything in terms.
Oh no, I understand that.
I mean, you've still got to maintain the systems you have, and at least take a stab at some of these public works improvements. Actually, we ended up. Fate smiled upon us, and we ended up getting a very favorable price on Green Avenue. So, in retrospect, it worked out a lot better than we thought. And I'm not here to say I knew it would happen that way, because I didn't, but it did work out better.
No, that worked out a lot better for us.
Now, the question is, and one councilman raised it the other night, well, gee, we got such a good price on that. Let's go bid some other projects this year.
Say no.
And the council said no,
No.
We got a break on Green Avenue. We kind of dodged a bullet, and we're going to wait till next year.
I think just everything should stop, and let's see where we're going to be sitting in the next couple of years before we spend all our money and we run everybody out of the city. I don't want to see that happen.
Right. Gotcha.
I don't know if this is any idea, but I think one thing that should be closed down eventually is the trash pickup, and let the big companies take over. I know a lot of people that have waste management, Thomas Trash. They pay no more or less than we do. Then we wouldn't have to buy equipment, repair it, employees, if you had spots for them in other positions. But I think that would be one big fee that we could really get rid of and let the companies take over. I mean, we pay for our trash anyway.
Right.
Oh, why do we need to buy $50,000 trucks or $60,000 trucks and the repairs and all the employees? Let the big companies take it.
Okay.
It's something to think about.
It is. It's a good suggestion. Thank you.
Okay, Mayor. Thanks.
All right, bye now. Oh, wow, there we go. 755-1240 is the phone number. If you'd like to give us a call to be on the hotline today, America's favorite noontime talk show is on the air, as we are every Monday through Friday on this time. Well.